knows we're
I
watching.
got you guys.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's episode of Forging Fates. For those of you that are new here, Forging Fates is a sober D&D campaign set in the Critical Role world of Exandria, and we are partnered with a nonprofit group known as the Phoenix, which is a sober, active community. The Phoenix is trying to build a vibrant movement of people in recovery, aiming to end the stigma around the rehabilitation journey from substance use. They have a new app which you can use to download, which you can use to schedule in-person events in 36 states or virtual events around the globe, including yoga, D&D, and book clubs, just to name a few. So click the link below to help support the channel and connect with 77,000 members and download the app today. Now I'm going to open it up to the rest of the cast. All right.
If you'd like to support our channel, you could always drop a tip in the tip jar, buy something from our merch shop, or donate to our Patreon. We would also appreciate it if you subscribe to our channels here and on all our socials, which are linked below. If you have Amazon Prime linked to your Twitch account, you can get one free subscription every month, and we'd be honored if you use that for us. Watching, liking, sharing, and clipping our videos also helps us out immensely.
Okay. Let's see. In lieu of that, I would like to first thank GPS for the gifted subs and the bits. We really appreciate that tonight. We actually have audio things you can now do using bits or channel points. So if you have those channel points stocked up, the audio cues should work using bits or your channel points. So feel free to give them a try as well tonight. That all being said, let me just make sure I get this up. On a more somber note, we would like to address the mass shooting that took place at Club Q in Colorado Springs. We at the New Age Geeks are both allies and members of the LGBTQIA+ community, and our hearts go out to all those who are suffering right now. For the remainder of the month of November, we will be donating a portion of our merch sales to the Colorado Healing Fund, which is currently activated to assist the victims and families in their financial, emotional, and physical needs. If you wanted to donate directly to them, we are going to be posting up that link in our chat box as well. Just as a more personal note, just say that living the life you want to live is one of the pillars of New Age Geeks, and for anyone to attack someone for the way they decide to live their life is just unacceptable as far as we're all concerned. And that's one of the cornerstones of what we are trying to do here, is let everyone live their lives to the fullest, however they deem that fit. So I just wanted to say that it means a lot to us that you enjoy yourselves. Go ahead, Tess.
Sorry, I'm just going to chime in and say that it's also not a decision or a way that many of us choose to live our lives. And it's just our lives. Sorry.
Right. Yeah. If that came out that way, I certainly wasn't.
Okay.
Certainly how I wasn't meant to come out.
Just like one word.
Yeah. Fair enough. I like turtles, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I'm kind of dumb. But we did want to say something at the top of this episode to make sure that we want to help in any way we can. So yeah, we love you guys, and we hope everyone's being safe and healthy out there. So to shift from that in a way that's not terribly sounding, as far as the rest of the month is concerned, we are going to have our community night next week, if I'm remembering correctly. For that, you need to be a part of our Discord. We've had some issues in the past trying to run it, so we're going to, if you want to join, through our Discord is how we're going to handle people coming into the games for us. I don't know if we know exactly what game we're going to play yet, but we're going to play some game as a community. If you want to jump in with us, hang out, talk to us on Discord, we're all going to play some games. Through Discord's the way to do it, and that will all be posted up in the chat as well. And starting this Tuesday and until I finish, I will be playing God of War in cosplay. So the face paint hasn't come in yet, so hopefully it's here for tomorrow's game. But I will be playing that every Tuesday until I finish the game. And as a Norse pagan myself, if I have any cool insights as to the way they have decided to interpret that religion into that game, I thought it'd be fun to give my own perspective on it. Besides that, does anyone have anything else? Jem, do you know who you're going to have on for Goodberry in 2 weeks?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Besides that, I think we're ready to go. And no one has anything else, right? Okay. So, picking up where we last left off, after going through Western and getting prepared, you dive down into the sewers once more and made your way to the hideout that you had found laid by the Myriad, where they had captured several animals and set it up as a class hideout. From there, you met several other class members that had taken refuge in this sanctum, and were shortly joined by Golesh, who, with your help, you all laid the traps at each of the entrances and hunkered down and prepared. From there, few of you stood watch, and eventually, at the sound of someone approaching, you prepared yourselves. And the first thing that happened was an explosion was thrown through the door, and you were all quickly greeted as Redep, an owlbear, and a half-orc wielding a great axe made their way into the space, and battle began. Through some excellent spell work by Whisper, tying down Redep, and Clover with some sneak attacks across the room, you were able to lock Redep down and quickly dispatch him, taking the owlbear down with him. And that is pretty much where we're going to pick up, as the half-orc has escaped from the battle, leaving you five with your class compatriots and a now deceased Redep. You know that Myriad reinforcements are about 10 days out, and that is where we are at. So, what do you guys want to do?
Is he actually dead?
Clover holding up his internal organs. Yeah.
Bleeding my sword off.
No.
It's just gonna kick him just to be sure.
Okay. You kick his body, kind of lurches to the side, but makes no other movement.
And just knowing what we know, this is actually Redep.
Roll an investigation check for me. Or actually, I would say roll an intelligence check, because this is. Sorry.
Investigation is so much better than my intelligence, but I'll do it because who needs a big modifier?
Well, do you want to investigate his body? You can do that too.
I just want to know
Yeah,
if we
what's he
killed
have on
Redep
him?
or a body double.
Okay. So either both of you roll investigation checks, or one of you roll an investigation check at advantage, I'll say, and we'll just count the two together.
Finish and roll.
I can roll.
Or was it? Sorry.
I was asking if it's on his body.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
modifier. Oh.
Go ahead and roll at advantage.
Okay. Okay. That is a dirty 20.
Okay. Okay. So, as the pair of you kind of bend down and start to investigate the Grung's body, Gormrog, I'll say you find no signs that this is maybe a false, like a clone or anything like that. You don't find any signs like that. Not that you really would know what that would even look like. But it's like you don't see any signs that there's any magic changing this person's appearance. So if this is Redep, this is Redep. Does that make sense?
It sounds an awful lot like you're telling me that Redep isn't Redep, but Redep is Redep.
I don't know what that means,
What?
but okay.
Reverse psychology.
The point is that he's not answering the question I want answered, but he's giving me an answer that doesn't mean anything.
Finnick, as you search the body and you find a long silk rope, you find a red liquid in a bottle. You find 12 red and black stones. You also find 23 gold, 923 silver.
Oh shit!
I'll
I
give you
don't have
time
a
to
pen
write
and
this
paper.
down.
Somebody write this down.
Oh shit, start over.
You find a long silk rope, a potion bottle with a red liquid in it, 12 bloodstones, 23 gold, 923 silver, 773 copper, a small, it almost looks like paper mache ball with a fuse out of it. And with your 20, you also notice a aquamarine ring on one of the Redep's fingers.
I'm gonna take the ring.
Okay.
I'm not gonna put it on. I'm just gonna take it.
Okay.
Excuse me. Any
And there's
weapons
also
on
the
him?
owlbear's body there. He has his basic weapons. They look worn and used, so nothing about them screams magical to you, but he does have his weapons on him.
I want to go up to the owlbear
Okay.
and get some owlbear meat.
Okay. How much are you looking to grab?
About 6-ounce steak size.
Okay. Just go ahead and roll a survival check for me.
Owl bear, 6-ounce steak.
There's a small little. I mean, if you want some food too, like, what did you say? Survival.
Yeah.
I'd like to take the claws off the owlbear.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a survival check for me.
I got a nat 20.
Okay.
So 23.
You cut out a prime slab of owlbear meat. The marbling is beautiful. It just looks like the best piece of steak you could find.
Okay, you said survival?
Yeah.
That's 16.
Okay. You are able to successfully gather about 10 claws out of the owlbear.
Okay.
Is it too soon to bring up the idea of frog legs?
You just
I mean, I'm not very
let the
hungry.
sweat off of them first.
You sound a little distant, Taz. I don't know if...
Me? Oh.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Still distant. Nice slab of red meat there, Whisper.
And I'm just cleaning my sword off, sitting, just being around.
Okay.
Okay. So now what?
Golesh kind of steps up to fill the space around Redep. So,
You hear
what
me
is the
through this?
plan here? Yeah, you sound much better, Clover.
Well, there's people above him, right?
Like above ground? I would
No.
assume so. Or
Like he's not the leader of the myriad, is he?
I mean, that's what
No,
we were told.
That just seems too easy.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I'm also concerned about the fact that on the rooftops he did a whole lot of shooting, and down here he didn't do any of that. He was all up close and you know, Golesh, you had mentioned that his scream would really incapacitate us, but we didn't really have to contend with that too much.
Well, it's something that when he does it once, if you are able to resist it, it's going to be a few hours before he can affect you again. So,
Yeah, no, I can't shake the feeling that this was too easy.
well, he's only the one in charge of this expeditionary force to us. I'd assume. Certainly not one of the leaders of the myriad in a whole.
Wait, you checked his body, right?
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you find remember that tiefling that I charmed had that thing and was talking to him? Did he have anything to receive?
Maybe that ring you picked up.
I mean, maybe. Should I put it on?
Potentially magic ring off of a dude we hardly know. That just seems.
I mean, I'll sort of like just string it onto my necklace and just keep it on my person.
Well, Malice was speaking into a stone.
Yeah.
What about the bloodstones we found? Maybe those could have something to do with it. I don't know.
There's a
too much
dozen
about
of them. Maybe they're each one-way communicators to some people within the myriad. Does anybody have any way to identify what we're looking at here?
I don't know how.
I don't think we can hear you at all, Clover.
I had my headphones and I couldn't hear you
Oh,
guys.
there. That's a little better.
Are you back now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can try to detect magic on it, but I can't identify it.
Yeah. What does detect magic do?
I can find out if there's magic around and what kind of magic it is, I believe.
That might help.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah,
than
we
nothing.
could always take a look. I mean, you got this potion, this rope, this dozen stones, and the small thing with a fuse coming out of it. That's probably another bomb.
Yeah. I can
And then
sense-
that ring that Finnick picked up.
Yeah, so basically I can learn what, if any of those items are magical and what school of magic they come from.
Do it.
And I'm going to lay each item out in front of me and kind of just wave my hands over top and try to get a sense of magic.
Okay. Right. As you cast Detect Magic, the ring and the rope both light up as magical. The ring is enchantment magic, and as well as the rope. They are both enchantment style magic.
Okay, well, these two items are definitely magical, and both of them are enchantment. I don't know anything further than that, but I don't think that enchantment is the type of magic that you can communicate with someone. I'm new at this.
More than I know.
Can I make an Arcana roll to see if I would know whether or not that's a thing?
Sure, go ahead. Go ahead and take advantage, Dom, just because GPS says I should.
I really love that guy. Oh shit! Thanks for that. 22.
Nice.
Okay. You are not a magical studying person, but you do know that like enchantment wouldn't be a communication style magic. That would probably be more of divination. Am I thinking that right? Enchantment implies that these probably do something to either the wearer or themselves. And give them some sort of ability or
I mean,
have some
if he
sort
was
of
wearing
ability
it, it can't
themselves.
be that bad, right? I just want to know what it does.
So we're back somewhere safe before trying it out, just in case.
Yeah.
And I have the explosive.
I was gonna give that to Clova, but I mean that's up to the two of you if you want to duke it out for that.
No, a whisper with an explosive sounds like a lot of fun.
Okay.
All right, here you go. A small little paper mache ball with a fuse sticking out of it. It's just handed to the most chaotic member of our group. Cool. Let's do it.
Whisper, it's basically just a casting of fireball. That's what it does. It's a non-magical fireball, so it can't be
basically
counterspelled.
Okay. Cool.
Just casually.
Just
Here's a
casually.
fireball.
Here's a fireball for you.
What next, guys? What are we supposed to do now?
I mean, I
Oh,
think there
man.
might be more people waiting for us up top, honestly.
George, you're gonna kill us. So, Clova, you said the stones weren't magical?
They did not. I did not detect any magic from them.
Maybe they're worth something though.
That's true.
It's
He had
possible.
a lot of cash on him, a lot of coin on him.
Hey, Kolesh, you in the market for gems?
It could be. Let me see.
What are they worth to you?
Hold it up. Bloodstone. Go about. Give you 30 for them each.
30 what?
Gold.
What do they do?
Nothing. Just a gem.
That's 360 gold total.
Well, I want to keep one.
330 gold total. You cool with getting rid of the rest of them? It's coin. That's really all it is.
And a cool gem.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Clovis. Do you just want the one, or do you want to keep more than that? Okay. Anybody else want a pretty rock?
I already got one, thanks.
I want one.
300 gold total.
That's a solid even number. I like it.
All right, so but we'll hand over 10 of them for 30 gold each for 300 gold. And then Clover and Whisper, you're each going to keep one bloodstone worth 30 gold. Right? I'm making notes here, just making sure it's all correct. Okay. No. Whisper, how are we gonna keep that meat from going bad?
I didn't think that far.
Hang on, let me see what I got in my pack here.
Can we chop off his legs yet?
Using my cook's utensils and mess kit, would I be able to preserve and wrap the owlbear meat?
Cook utensils and what?
Mess kit.
Mess kit? Yeah, I would say you have salt in there. You could salt the meat.
Cool. Then I'm gonna preserve the owlbear meat before we even consider chopping off the legs of this person. If you want to do that, and you can find me a pot big enough, I'll see what I can do. But I'm not gonna like it.
Tristan, I know you just cleaned your sword, but you wanna?
I'm gonna just stand up and turn around and just go right for both in one swing. Without even looking at anybody, just hearing the conversation being just turning around and going for it.
Gonna turn. Can I start to like creep up the steps, and I want to see if I can hear anybody outside?
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Do you want me to roll stealth?
Perception.
No, I know, because I said I was sneaking up the stairs.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll stealth too.
Okay, so the stealth is a 14.
Okay.
And perception is a 12.
Okay. Because GPS says so. If you want to re-roll any of those, go ahead.
Okay. Thanks, GPS. And that's a natural 20 on perception.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Thank you, GPS.
Okay, so as you sneak up the stairs and start to listen outwards, it's pretty quiet considering the whole city is kind of on lockdown at this point. Don't hit your mic, guys. I will say with a natural 20, you do hear the sound of footsteps running.
Like towards us, or just running?
No, they sound in the dead quiet of the night, or the late afternoon rather. You can hear the sound of footsteps running away.
Shit, that's probably the half-orc. If I peek out, can I see the half-orc? Or is that the person I see?
As you look out, you don't see anyone, but you do hear the sound of footsteps just running off into the distance.
Shit. Okay, I'm gonna go back down the stairs and... Guys, I think the half-orc, he is long gone. I think he might be getting reinforcements. I don't know how long we should stick around.
Yeah, Gulash, where should we go next? What's the plan?
We can bring the body legless
Oh shit, the real cult?
Kalos, Lord Mayor Kalos. Then we got to cook these legs because they're gonna go bad, and we gotta wash them, we gotta prepare them, we gotta do it right. This
I
is
don't
so
wanna
wrong,
cook.
but I'll do it. Oh,
I mean, if you don't want to cut him off, I will. I mean, I'm not going to eat him, vegetarian, but I don't have any problem like dismembering him.
I thought that's what Tristan just did.
he disembodied the legs. They still have to be cleaned and prepared because that's still a man's legs.
Like cleaned, like just getting the blood and dirt off of them. Okay, can I trust
I'm gonna be sick.
Blood,
Can I
dirt,
trust the legs?
whatever.
I agree we should get out of here, though.
Yeah. Where are we going?
Back to your place, I guess? I don't
Okay.
know where else we would go.
Yeah, no, my place it is. I'll lead the way.
I grab a leg.
Nope.
I will use a like a bedroll, and I'll wrap up the legs and body of Verdep all in one, and I'm just gonna make Tristan carry it. I know he's not here on video
Yeah,
right now.
that's fine. That's fine.
He's gonna do it because Gormrog told him to.
Okay. All right. So, as you get this body parts together, your alignment shifts slowly down the scale. I need. All right. You make your way up back into the city. And as you walk through the city, I'm trying to fucking understand this. You make your way, just for simplicity's sake, back over to Gormrog's apartment. The windows are still blown out from the explosion across the street. Yes, Clover.
I would like to perceptive check to see if anyone's watching us.
Sure. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
I'm not going to make that mistake again. 19.
Okay. As you keep an eye out, with a 19, I will say you do catch the occasional guard's eyes as they're kind of like working through the streets, kind of clearing things. Occasionally, one will stop you all to like present themselves and wonder why you're out. But with the note you have, it's quickly put to rest. But besides that, you don't see anyone else watching your movements or anything. Okay. So.
Okay.
We did it. We did it. We should celebrate, right?
Yeah.
I think that we should tell that lady who hired us that
Lord Mayor Kalos. She's gonna give us another 2,500 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's Tristan, you welcome back to the visible universe. Just letting you know you're carrying the body. Yeah.
Yes.
Lord Mayor's residence, please, Mr. DM.
That's where we're fast loading to?
Yes.
Okay, so
With
not going to Gormrod's.
Clover, checking out. She's on this side of me on the street. Yeah. She said she was checking out.
Yes.
Scoping, eyes open, while we continue making our way to the Lord Mayor's house.
Okay, so you make your way up to the Opal Ward, and
Am I carrying this thing all the way there?
Yeah.
Okay.
The blood's kind of like soaking through and like seeping onto your shoulder a little bit at this point.
At that point, I'll just take my cloak and give it like an extra layer.
Okay. And as
That back, by the way. Maybe. I'm not
as
sure.
as you may make your way to the Lord Mayor's mansion, the guards that are out front kind of stop you all as you make your way up there, but and you show them the note, and a little late to be showing up. Is there a reason for your visit?
We completed the mission. We had to get paid.
We did what you couldn't.
Whisper, just roll an intimidation check for me.
All right.
Jem, I love you. That was brilliant.
15.
So the two of the guards out front, they're both relatively large men. One of them being a Goliath, and the other one a human, still pretty large even by human standards. As you say that, you see them both look at you, look at each other, and then look back at you, and just turn and open the door and let you in. Okay, so you know your way around at this point with your letter. It's easy enough. You make your way up to her office. Give a quick rap on the door, and she opens. You hear from inside. Come in. So as you all open the door, inside you see the. What's up? Someone say something?
No, I just called.
Okay. Sorry, I don't have my notes up. I can't see you guys. You see the Goliath woman, the normal that blue vest she has over her long silver tunic. She's not currently wearing. You see it kind of slouched over the her chair, and she's kind of like making her way, pacing back and forth in the room. Her hair is kind of like undone and tasseled down her back and over her side. She does seem rather distressed in lieu of everything going on over the last several days, and that is evident as you look at her now. But as you enter in, she turns to look at the door. Well, that was short-lived, it would seem. I'm assuming there's something for me inside that wrappings.
Half of it's for you, yeah.
I hope you like frog soup.
I'm sure I can acquire a taste for it at this point.
We're going to keep the legs, but yeah, go ahead, Tristan.
I just step back.
You drop it down with a heavy thud against the wood flooring. One of the bits of cloak kind of flaps over, and as the legs splay out, opening the rest of it. She walks over, looks down on him, gives him with the toes of her boot, kind of tilts his head back and forth, and then steps back. Well, and walks over to her desk. I believe that is that part of our contract. You see her opens the drawer, reaches in, pulls out a large gold bag, and drops it onto the table. Is there anyone else we should be expecting, or is this all of it?
Well, they one of his crew got away, probably looking for reinforcements, and there's more of them coming in about 10 days.
Very well. So do you have a plan for the rest of them?
You see this one? This is what we're gonna do to any of them. That's essentially the plan. Like,
Are you offering us full-time employment?
I'm sure we can extend this contract if that is something you're interested in doing.
I'm kind of down. I still want a badge, though.
I promise you, the badges are accompanied by much less pay and much harder hours.
sorry.
In addition to money, since we will be working for you potentially for an extended period of time, we will need proper housing in a safe place.
That's a fair trade. Handle the caravan when they arrive, and I will have a residence prepared for you in the city.
It also might be easier for us to get around to places, especially if we need to get somewhere fast, if we had a horse and carriage.
Roll a persuasion check for me, Clover.
This is absolutely brilliant.
14.
You have a free reroll because of GPS, so.
Hey! Not 20!
That's the second one.
Every reroll is love that guy.
So a 22.
Okay. You see her kind of look you up and down once more, Clover, as you say this, and I think that's something we can accommodate as well. Would
But, everyone might have their own demands.
so I assume a stables would be something you'd care to have on this housing we developed for you?
Yeah. And a big kitchen with big windows, maybe a garden for Clover, and a training dummy.
For the first leagues.
Very well. I'll set you up with who will be actually helping develop the property for you, and you can discuss with them. So,
Okay.
any information on the spellwright or the clasp that I should be aware of?
Clasp, no. Spellwright, trying to undermine your authority. Definitely wants to replace your guard with the robots, and was willing to injure innocent bystanders to make it look like your gods are inept.
Do you have any proof of this? Anything I can use against them?
Do we have any proof?
Julie. I believe that I actually do have a note that I stole from the Stallright one of the first times that we visited talking about their plan. Do I know exactly what those notes say? No. But
Okay.
I definitely stole some notes about it.
Okay. Unless she's looking that up, anything else anyone wants to do while we're in this place?
Confirm the payment for completing the job.
Okay.
She
We
So
got the
you-
2,500.
yeah, she pulled out
Yep.
a bag for it.
Okay,
Yeah, as you go through it, it seems to all be there.
so that's 500 for each of us. And did we divide the 300 earlier? That'd be what, 60 gold each?
I don't think we did that yet.
The gold from the body.
From the gems.
Oh, the gems would be 60 each, unless you took some off from me.
No, after you kept them, it would have been 60 each. I saw that you, Taz, had posted the divided coins from the body. Thank you for that. So in
I did
addition to
find my
that,
note.
it's 560 for each of us.
560. There we go.
What you got, Tess?
Yeah, so I have. It says Hystix paper, so I stole it from the Hystix guy, and it starts off with inventory list, and it's a list of parts associated with the automatic protons. And it says he is creating his automatrons to protect the city, and my main concern is making money. Quote unquote, my concern is making direct from the note.
Okay. Well, it's not enough for me to arrest him on, but I think that's worth something.
To anyone, but it is enough for you to have an idea and that they are making automatons.
Here, take this in exchange for that information. She puts a 500 coin down.
You know what?
She gives you 500 gold for that evidence.
Cool.
A little bit of good faith between us.
Split that between everyone too, so 100 on top of whatever Gormrock just said. What was that again, Gormrock? I was looking for my notes.
Okay, so for the 2,500, we split that each 500. And then for the bloodstones, we split that each 60 gold.
Mm-hmm.
And so now this 500 will be split each 100 gold.
Okay, so 660 each.
Yes. Um,
And what gold amount did you offer us for the next 10 days?
he hasn't yet.
She's gonna give you the property for taking care of the caravan is what the deal was. There was no additional gold.
No.
I'm sorry.
No, I said in addition to whatever you will pay us, we will need a safe place to stay.
Okay.
We can't work if we have no home.
Roll one more persuasion check for me, just to.
Have you got any more rerolls from GPS?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, 17.
So, in exchange for all we plan on doing together, here, she gives another 500 gold next to the pile. But I think that is as far as my generosity will extend on this matter for now.
So that's an additional 100 gold to us each. Correct?
Yeah.
Jeez, you crazy.
Got the schmucky.
Oh man. Wow. The thoughts gone.
Money.
Yeah, we got the sparkly shiny clinky clackies. We got residency lined up. We have an ongoing contract. We have contacts we need to reach out to. How's everybody looking?
Looking good, I think.
Kristen's sitting. You can always tell he's kind of always leaning against the wall, not looking too great.
Not looking too great?
No, but
Just
enough to
mentally or
not really
physically?
worry about it.
Mentally, we're all messed up.
Oh, yeah.
Physically is what I'm concerned about. Like, do we need to take a long rest?
I mean, a long rest would be nice.
Okay. Let's go back to... What?
I'm pretty hungry.
Let's go back to my place, our place, Tristan. And, you guys can rest. And I'll whip up some food for everybody. And Whisper, if you want frog's legs, you're gonna be helping me in the kitchen.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have Tristan scoop back up the legs of this person who used to be a person who is now just dead.
He's a bad guy. It doesn't count.
Oh my god.
I just mindlessly pick them up and don't even.
Dom
you
is
just
grossed out by
throw
this.
one over each shoulder.
Okay, just sort of like
Don's grossed
picking
out
my
by
cloak
this.
up, just
But I have my
Hogg is
sword
not
out in
nearly
one
as
hand,
squeamish
holding
as I am.
holding one leg on the other side.
All right, so as you guys all make your way back towards the toward Gormrog's apartment, as you all just even are getting ready to leave the room, the Lord Mayor starts calling in some of her assistants, and you can hear them starting to plan for tomorrow's events, reassuring the city about the immediate danger being taken care of and the opening of the curfews and stuff like that. But as you make your way down and back towards Gormrog's apartment, you enter in, and there is a solid layer of dust across everything now, as all of the things all the outside debris has kind of settled down and blown into the now non-existent windows of your apartment. But it is otherwise as you left it, with a few things strewn about the floor, rocked loose from the explosions.
What time of day is it? Or night?
If I remember correctly, we are at nighttime now.
Okay.
Okay. Clova, can you help me write the furniture?
Actually, I was gonna say, if you want to get started on cooking, I can just walk around the whole place and start crusty cleaning everything.
Right. Magic. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yes. Brilliant. Whisper.
I druid-craft a fire in your kitchen area. I don't know, you got a little stove set up. Like,
I would imagine that we have like a little pit thing that we can
Yeah.
have a spit roast thing and
it's lit.
like a large pewter hot cauldron thing for large meals. Water in the pot. Do that. Fire. Brilliant. Legs. Need them without skin.
But without even asking or knowing, I know what's happening, so I'm in there, and I just kind of lightly, carelessly put them down so you can take them.
We don't actually realize how fucking morbid this is.
Oh no, we do.
Terrible.
We do.
Finnick is gagging right now. She's like, I cannot be in the kitchen at all.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You two go rest. All right, Whisper. In the cooler, we have milk and clarified butter. It's labeled. You'll see it. And lemons. Get the lemons too. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna pull out garlic, parsley, flour, pepper, salt, and I'm just gonna combine it all in this area. We need to soak the legs in milk.
Okay, just so this doesn't turn into a cooking episode.
I got a recipe pulled up.
I'm sure you do.
And we're going to make fried frog's legs in the French style.
Oh god, all right.
Welcome to Cooking with Gormrog.
It should be a sideshow.
No, I'm not that fancy when it comes to cooking, but we will together make frog's legs based on a Louisiana recipe, which I looked up was an actual thing.
The wondrous land of Louisiana, in example.
Yes. I mean, if we can have New York style carrots, I think we can have Nolan style redep.
All right.
All right.
I eat it.
So moving on.
Oh.
While we're cooking, though, I would like to talk to Whisper, if that's cool.
Yeah, that's okay. It's not.
So, without going into details, hey, you got leaves and sticks and stuff all over that you've never really seemed to pay any mind to, but I kind of noticed that at the start of every day and whenever we're leaving a place and just as you get ready to move around, you make sure that that feather is in place. What's the story on that?
It's from a bird I met once. It was a very pretty bird. And after I met that bird, I could do stuff, like cool stuff, like this. And I druidcraft some falling leaves. And then they disappear. That's it.
You're incredible, you know that?
Thanks. You're pretty awesome too, Gormrog.
No, but you realize that you just made leaves appear out of nowhere. And then go back to nowhere. You're able to transform into probably back to the forest where they belong, or your hair. Because you got a lot of them in there.
Yeah.
But you can transform into animals, you can cast magic, talk to animals. Your connection to nature is incredible, and I hope you recognize that. And I think it's kind of beautiful that you carry that feather with you to remember that bird.
Yeah. It's important to me.
Yeah, I bet. Thanks for sharing that with me. Whoa, don't let it boil over.
Okay. Anyone want to do anything else in this downtime?
Uh,
Furiously cleaning.
Okay.
Walking over. Press.
I'm just gonna go
in short
outside
order, with
and
your
look towards.
enthusiasm, you are easily able, just like your mom's made you clean in the past, so you know the stresses of having to make sure every ounce of dirt is cleaned up out of the kitchen. Growing up on a farm, it's a constant struggle. Now that you have magic, this has been the easiest and most fun time cleaning you've ever had. And the rest of you just see Clover almost dancing as she's just disappearing all of the dirt and grime from the floors. Years of dirt and grime are just evaporating out of the cracks and crevices of your floor, Groma.
I am for sure dancing and twirling and singing some song about cleaning with magic.
I'm just gonna go outside, stand in the front, and look in the direction of Reelan's, and wait till it's time to go to bed.
As you can see Marie Lynn's relatively easily from your apartment. It's next door. The street has been cleaned of the debris, but there is still just a pile of timber and smoke where Marie Lynn's once was.
Do I see anybody around?
Roll a perception check for me.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna be inside on the couch, just sort of giggling at Clover, while also just looking at the ring that I took off of Redep.
Okay. What's your exhaustion level right now?
I don't have any.
Oh, okay. We got rid of it all. All right. Sure.
Yes, we did. Thankfully. Finally.
Dirty 20.
Oh, you sound so disappointed.
I
You're
don't
not
need any more
exhausted?
disadvantage.
Damn.
I will say with a 20.
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20. You don't see her initially. You kind of like step out across the street and look down into the rubble that is Marie Lynn's. But as you look there, you do see the blue tiefling woman that you are very familiar with, of Rosalind. She's kind of there back by the farm, her little like farm that had been there, and she's slowly starting to like rebuild the guarding boxes that have been just demolished from the explosion. You see
I'm gonna
her.
walk up. I'm gonna walk up to her. I'm gonna walk up.
Okay.
I thought it was something else out. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. As you walk up to her, you see both of her arms are just covered in dirt and grime, and it doesn't look like she's had any chance to really bathe herself since the explosions. But she's there, slowly putting up pieces of wood, and you see bits of vine and leaves kind of start to seal up each of the joints on the guarding boxes as she kind of weaves magic in through them, regrowing them almost together.
I'm just gonna mindlessly start helping, not saying anything to her, and just start helping with random what I can see, even if it's not helpful at all. Just help.
Okay. So you and Rosalind spend the better part of a half hour in complete silence, just the two of you working. You gathering up lumber that is part of it salvaged from the explosion, part of it being what was the old garden boxes and the old shed. And wordlessly, the two of you go about just rebuilding out this space. and getting the first garden box done. And you see her kind of weaving the magic back into it, rebuilding these boxes and spreading out the soil, and buds appearing across the box. And as she's doing that to this one, you're gathering the wood for the next one and getting that set up and slowly rebuilding the space to the place you once knew. As the rest of the night goes on, and when you prepare to leave, she kind of stands up wordlessly. The pair of you, not saying anything in this space, steps over to you, puts a just disgustingly dirty hand on your cheek, and kind of just leans up and kisses you on the other side. And she just goes back to whatever she was doing.
Might continue.
Okay. Okay. What are the rest of you guys doing for this evening?
I have to make vegetarian-friendly food. So I'm gonna try a mushroom and carrot risotto.
That sounds so good. It sounds so good.
Just using some mushrooms that we had previously had picked by one of Tristan's walks, that we had kept stored, and some carrots likewise saved. Anything I could find that's not covered in dust, that's just still preserved in a way that's edible, because I don't want to poison my friends, because
Okay.
I love them and I want to cook them yummy foods.
Okay. So, as all of the dinners are prepared and you all make your way back into the apartment, Tristan, you as well, the evening begins to come to a close as you all sit around whatever makeshift table you have in this moment, and you all are now sitting having dinner together. Anything anyone want to discuss, or?
This risotto, do you think
Now, what do we do?
a couple of servings to Maryland?
Yeah, I definitely would have made enough food for us times 6, because I'm used to cooking for an entire restaurant, not for just a handful of people. So I would definitely have made enough to share. Do you want to be the one to bring it to her? Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yes.
no, definitely one of you two could do it. It'll mean a lot more,
I think you'd be surprised what they're capable of. They're pretty special women.
Be giving them food once since the incident, and maybe it would be good for you to have a chance to do it. So. I'm just gonna start eating.
What do you think, brother mine? You want to bring our mom some food?
Yes.
I will just say, just to avoid any confusion, you don't actually know where Rosalind and Marie-Lynn are staying?
Oh,
He
I
just
thought
poisoned
she
them?
would still be there. He was with Rosalind,
Oh.
cleaning up at Marie Lynn's, but they wouldn't be staying there because there's nothing left.
I do plan on
I
wanting
will-
to see them soon before we go out, because I want to give them a little something to help.
Yeah, I'll put together essentially a doggy bag for you to take to them.
I'm also talking about gold. I plan on giving them a significant amount of mine to help them get our home back. I don't know when or how
a
to
good
do it, and
idea.
I don't want to just throw it at her, but I plan on giving a significant amount of mine because I don't need it. All I want to do is destroy who destroyed them. Gold isn't going to help me with that, even though it might in the long run, but right now they need it more than we do.
See. Breathe. It's a good idea.
I think she'll really appreciate
Your heart's in
it.
the right place. Yeah, she would. So, let me put together some food. You put together some gold. Or whatever you want to give her. We'll walk over in the area and try and figure out where they might have gone.
So, how
All right.
how
You
did you
brother.
guys meet Marie-Lynn and Rosalind?
Well, you want to tell the story?
As much as I would love to tell this story right now, telling it's not going to make things easier.
Okay.
All I can say
So-
is I love them both. We love them both. And without them, we'd be lost souls.
In order to understand how this came about, you have to understand where we come from. We were raised by the Rivermaw, a
Yeah.
tribe of barbarians who fight for entertainment and social hierarchy. I left to join the Cobalt Reserve. He left to join me. But, you can take the boys out of Rivermaw, but you can't take the Rivermaw out of the boys. We, got to Westrune, no plan, nowhere to stay, no way of making money. We had nothing to our names. The Cobalt Reserve took one look at me and said, "You kidding, right?" We wound up walking the streets, hungry, tired, poor, with no direction. Miss Rosalind was out in her garden in the back, and she was pulling up something or trying to. And Tristan over here has an affinity for gathering herbs and the like for the teas that I like to make. But he saw her doing it wrong, and he was already angry. He starts running over. No, 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 you're doing it all wrong. How could you possibly do it like this? And she took one look at him and said, "You scrawny little boy. What could you possibly know that I don't about my garden?"
And you see him trying to hold back tears that are still falling back down. He's pretending like aren't there.
And I have never seen this monster of an elf quelled so quickly by so little. And naturally I went to his defense, and we wound up talking. And we told her our story and where we came from and what we were trying to do. And her immediate reaction was to bring us in and give us some food. And once we had devoured the food, in an instant, she offered us a place to stay. And we said, "Miss Rosalind, you've been more than generous, but we can't stay here." And she goes, "Why not?" And we go, "Well, we don't have any money to give you." And she goes, "All right, you'll work for it." And that's how I wound up in the kitchen, and he wound up at the door being a bouncer. Marie-Lynn didn't immediately take to us as quickly, but she came around eventually, recognizing our worth and our effort and our willingness to do what is right. But in a way, they are more family than the Rivermaw ever were to me.
So,
You
how
know,
did you end up getting into the Cobalt Soul then?
Murray Lynn, she knew that's what I wanted to do, not be a cook. Like, I'm good at it, but it's not what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to be an expositor. I want to go on adventures, gather relics, fight monsters, and be seen as more than a monster.
Tristan's just eating like he's starving, but it's nervous eating, trying not to let people see that he's crying. He's just eating.
Well, I can guarantee you that I have seen some pretty bad monsters, and you guys are nowhere close to what they were.
Thank you. That means a lot. Most people in this city take a look at me and just see the tusks, and look at him and just see that tree he calls a sword. And they don't take very kindly to us. But I'm trying.
Yeah, people need to be re-educated on where the true evil lies.
Yeah, well, one frog at a time, right?
Yeah. Gross, by the way.
It's pretty pretty awful, but
Delicious risotto.
I'm glad you like it.
A little
That
bit
one
of
I've cooked before.
sugar in it.
You're lucky, you cute kid. Yeah, Miss Rosalind and Murray Lynn have been kind, generous, affectionate. You know, in the Rivermore, I knew who my parents were, but they weren't the ones who raised me. They weren't involved. They were just other members of the tribe. You know, it was us, the kids, and the chief, and then the others. So that's how we met. That's how we got involved in what we're doing.
Is Rosalind open to more joiners of this family?
I think the reason why they opened Marie Lynn's has something to do with the fact that there is always room for more family. Especially the ones that aren't immediately welcomed based on look, based on history, based on actions.
Everyone deserves a place like that.
Yeah, you do. Who's doing dishes tonight? Because it's not me after all that. That's just...
I just start compiling dishes. Whoever's done, or because mine's done, and I keep nervously looking at other dishes that are either full or not full, and almost grab ones that have food on it. And
I'm gonna hand him mine.
yeah, and then I just start collecting dishes.
Oliver, you seem pretty
I'm hiding my face and trying
excited
to
to use your music or your magic. Saw you cleaning earlier. It was kind of cute. Not gonna lie.
Bleeding magic.
Yeah, you got dirt
And
out
I
that
got
I think was here before we were.
I clearly have a very different type of magic. Maybe I have to take a peek in that book that you got.
Oh yeah, I've learned loads already. I can't wait to stop by the next library so I can learn.
Funny you should mention libraries. I do need to go to the reserve, check in with the head expositor. It's been a while since my last message got to her. Them, not her. Them. We could probably get you another book. Get a couple for you too, Finnick. And I know Tristan, book learning.
I don't know how much I can take from it, but after Felix and I had the discussion about how much different types of magic there are, it's kind of like I've seen a lot of magic in my time, and I know I'm not that old, but love to learn more.
You know, I'm not magically inclined. I do have an understanding of energy and the elemental nature of the world. And be it arcane, druidic, clerical, natural. I think I said druidic. That counts as natural. Whatever. The point, all magic is magic. So many different types is just the flavor you put on it. It's all just potential. That's what magic is. It's just potential that you actualize into the universe, and all four of you have such incredible potential. Felix too.
He's gonna come back. But in the meantime, I'm finished with dinner, so I think I'm actually gonna go and sit in the other room and write a letter home. Maybe we can stop by the post office on the way to the place we're going tomorrow.
Yeah, there's a couple places we could stop on the way. No problem.
Okay.
If you guys want to rest, I don't mind taking a shift, keeping watch while I write my letter.
I mean,
We
can
could definitely take a long rest.
I'm gonna do the dishes.
How's that done?
I don't think he's cleaning them to make them clean. I think he's cleaning them to just keep busy.
Okay, so no one has anything else for the evening. Clover, go ahead and make the first perception check for this evening.
don't like that look.
Well, my perception is pretty good, so it's an 8.
Okay. As you're getting engrossed in your letter back home, your time goes by without any hitches. You hear nothing approaching, nothing sneaking past you. You hear no knocks, no nothing. Who are you waking up for the next shift?
Did anyone? Who else wanted to?
Well, I'll take shit number 2. I'm already doing dishes, and I'll be finishing up before I go to sleep.
So him, I guess.
Okay.
So I'll go wake up.
Tristan, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
15. 19.
Okay. As you are finishing up the evening, your shift goes by without incident. There is nothing that rises your ire or attention. And whoever's going to take the last shift.
That'd be me.
Okay.
Would be a 19 for perception.
Okay. As you and Tristan switch off, you kind of take up your position in the living room area of the
I'll sort
living
of
room
sit
you're in.
on one of the windowsills, just looking
Sure.
outside.
Okay. You sit out and look out onto the city. You see the faint lights in a few windows, but overall, you spend time in some comparable cities to this. It's almost eerily quiet. A city this large being this quiet. There's no sounds coming from any inns anywhere, and the city is truly on lockdown, and it's almost unnerving, the lack of sounds coming from the city. It doesn't sound like nothing's suspicious. It's just the weight of the fear that was prevalent over the last few days. You
Just feel
really
like
take
the
that away.
city's coming down from its adrenaline high.
Yeah. But your time goes by without incident as the sun rises on a new day in Western. And that is where we're going to take our break.
We got a long rest, right?
Yes.
Yes, everyone's got a long rest. But we will be back in probably about 10 minutes, everyone. See you soon.
I'm Jacqueline Wilmot, Director of Volunteer and Community Engagement at the Phoenix. We're on a mission to help as many people as we can.
I'm blown away, honestly, by the impact our volunteers are having across the country. The Phoenix is yoga, it's art, it's hiking, it's music. So there's a lot of really exciting things happening at the Phoenix.
Now, because of our virtual volunteer platform, we can take Phoenix anywhere. All they have to do is pick up that volunteer flag, and it's started.
The people, they tend to come to the Phoenix because they get something out of it, you know? There's something genuine about that. And then, you know, along the way, they realize, I can give back. What's so unique about volunteering with the Phoenix is that you can just come as you are, and we will give you the tools and the training to be successful.
I became a volunteer with the Phoenix so that I could give back, even if it's just a little bit of what they've given me. One of my most favorite things about volunteering is meeting people, connecting. I've made friends that I will have for a lifetime.
So it's been a dream of mine to be able to bring fitness or physical activities to the sober community here in Long Beach. And so to hear that the Phoenix was already here and doing that was super exciting for me.
Service to others has been played a major role in my personal recovery. So I like that the Phoenix lets me combine an activity and some service. I also really like riding my bike, so hand in hand they go together.
I love the Phoenix. I don't know. It's just the classes have really helped me come out of my shell a little bit. I have my confidence back, which I didn't have even though I got clean from drugs and alcohol. I feel like my life is taking off, and everybody at the Phoenix is helping me do that.
Once Phoenix has helped you rise from the ashes, there's this sort of natural response where you want to do that for other people. And the beauty of that is as soon as they find that strength and fortitude in their recovery, they're reaching back for the next person. And if we did that across the country, imagine how many lives could be touched.
So join us in this movement. Whether you are in recovery or an ally, you have something special to offer. Whether you are looking to lead events or support events, you already have everything you need to bring the Phoenix alive in your community. Get started today. We can't wait to make a difference alongside you.
thank that wolf Arzen, I'm not sure how you say that, for the follow. And I want to tell GPS to stop freaking cheering. Jesus Christ.
Thank you for giving us the rerolls, though.
And I want to say welcome Frogawump for the follow. Thank you for the follow. I think that's it for today. Okay, so getting back into it.
Got a follow from someone named Frogawump, and then we made frog's legs. Sorry, welcome to the show.
All right, so Finnick, being the first awake as the sun rises up, what do you want to do?
I'm going to attempt to make breakfast.
Okay.
I'm going to try to make breakfast.
Go ahead and roll a d20 for me. Okay. And I'll say you're not proficient in chef's tools, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
TV bless the d20. A 12.
Okay. Gornrog, you're the next one up as you smell the scent of burning food waft into your space. It's not on fire yet, but it's starting to get overcooked. And your nose is the first thing that recognizes this.
My home is not excessively big, but I can move 40 feet in 6 seconds. I am immediately just in the kitchen, just there. Oh.
Hey.
Good morning. Flip those.
Oh, okay.
Turn that down. Open a window.
There's no
You're
windows.
doing great. All right,
you.
they shattered.
I'm just trying to waft the smoke.
Ow!
Bitch.
Clover is gonna wake up smelling smoke, and he's gonna look around, and she's just gonna start yelling, "Fire! Fire!
No, it's not on fire yet. No, it's.
I'm gonna come behind Finnick and just kind of give her a hand in keeping the food from overcooking, burning, etc., and just guide her so that she's the one making it, but keep it from going overboard.
Okay. I'll say easy enough. You're able to finish preparing breakfast in an edible manner. But the rest of the crew is awakened by Clover's shouts of fire and the proceeding entertainment for the breakfast.
I just want to try and make breakfast because you're always the one doing it.
I would probably be shirtless at this point, just wearing pajama bottoms, but you would see the flame motifs on his arms and the tattoos around his collarbone are also on his spine. There's flame motifs going up his spine as well.
I'm sorry if I woke you up.
He sees Gornrog shirtless with flame tattoos, and she goes, "Oh, there's no fire. It's just Gornrog."
It should still be edible. But then, I'm sorry. Also, I'm just gonna like turn away and just shit. I think I
Okay.
fucked up.
All right. So what is the plan for this morning, everyone?
Eat breakfast, get dressed. Cobalt Reserve and mail.
Yeah. Sounds like a good plan.
I plan on making Butch. I'm gonna go up to Gormrog before we get into a gathering. And tell him that I plan on going to Maryland to see Roz and Maryland before we go to give them something. Not
Yeah,
to
we
say
can.
it's big time.
We can hit Marie Lynn's, then hit the courier station to get those letters where they need to go, and then we'll go to the Cobalt Reserve.
And then could we? I wanted to sell those claws or talons that I got from the owlbear last night. If we can.
We need to go to the Skullwood to go to the Cobalt Reserve, but the talons and things we may find someone at the reserve to offload them to. But we may want to go to the market ward for that. It'd be in the other direction.
It doesn't have to be like right now or like today, but
No, we
can
could
make
do
it
it
work
today.
for me.
It's just a matter of before or after.
We can do it after.
Okay. Not a problem.
Okay, so as you all are gathering up, getting prepared to set out for the day, the first thing you all hear through the open windows of the apartment is a voice shouting from the streets. Let me just get my notes here. Okay. Lord Mayor Carlos declares the city is safe once again. Repeat, Lord Mayor Carlos declares city safe once again. Members of the Retrievers have dispatched the Myriad, who claim to be the Clasp. And you hear them just kind of repeating this down the aisle as they walk.
Retrievers.
You've heard that name before. That is the name of the mercenary band that she was a part of, and they're the ones who were part of her personal guard when she came and met you all here.
It's not our name.
Retrievers.
No, that's her mercenary band that she was a part of. They're taking the credit.
Why?
That's not cool.
Isn't this like the second time this has happened? That somebody else was taking the credit for what we did?
Add it to the list of things we gotta do. Get to the bottom of this one too. Clova, we're gonna go that way to get to the courier station, but first we're gonna stop at Murray Lynn's. If you're willing to wait just a moment, Tristan needs to drop something off.
Okay.
So we're gonna walk to Murray Lynn's.
Okay, cool. As you exit out to the apartment and find yourselves in front of Marie Lynn's, already the morning is getting started as you see Marie Lynn out in front of the rubble of her place with several other individuals. No one you've ever seen, but you do see a mishmash of a few humans, a dwarf, and a couple of half-orcs that are bringing in a large carriage worth of lumber. And you see her barking orders at them all to start getting things set up and clear out the dust and debris.
Just going to walk straight up to her, not wasting much time, and just going up to her, and I'm gonna already have a it's not in a satchel or anything, it's just in my hands, holding it. Or, I'm gonna say it. Do I have I don't think I have it, so I'm just gonna pour it into her hand. I'm gonna go up to her and just say, you have some things to do. There'll be never anything that could help more than making everything disappear and happen again, but I hope this can help, and drop 400 gold in her hand.
As you go to try and pour the money into her hands, she grabs both of your hands at the mouth of the bag and just doesn't allow you to pour it out. Tristan, you just keep your money. I didn't take you in to expect payment for something. This is your money, son. You've earned it. Please. As you can see, I have.
I'm gonna walk up to her. I think there's been a misunderstanding. We're not trying to pay you for services rendered. We're trying to contribute to the future of our home.
Roll a persuasion check.
$19.
As you say that, you see her struggle with it internally as she tries to. She's debating with herself what to do in this situation, and as Tristan, you feel her grip kind of slack against your hands. What do you want to do?
I'm going to let go, at least guessing 200.
Okay.
And pull it back. And as I walk away, I'm gonna let 50 drop on the floor like I did it on accident and walk away. On the ground.
Okay.
I'm gonna scoop it up before anybody has the chance to see it. And I'm gonna just put it in her hands, close her hands around it, and just say, "We love you."
I love you too. Be safe.
As they walk away,
Come home when you're ready.
Clover would like to walk up to her and say, that is from them for the future of Marie Lynn's and your home. But I know you're going through a pretty terrible time right now, and you need to take care of yourself too. And Clover's gonna put an additional 25 gold in her hand and say, this is for you to do something nice for yourself.
As she takes the gold, she kind of almost chuckles because she just you get a sense that no one besides probably Rosalind has ever done anything nice for her. Just the shock she has on her face from that.
I'm gonna
Thank
give
you.
her, like, arm, like a little like squeeze, like an arm hug. And then I'm gonna walk back to my crew.
She kind of she's quiet for a minute as she watches you all go, and kind of stows the gold away into one of her bags that she has, and then after about a minute or two, you hear her start shouting orders again to the working crew. Okay. Where to next?
We got to get some letters sent out.
Okay. Easy enough. Just send me the letter, Clover. This way I have it for...
Excuse me. Later.
Yeah, that's fine. There's no rush. Anyone else sending a letter that I should be aware of? Okay.
No, I have a report written out that I'll send you. But I want to deliver that in person to the Cobalt Reserve.
Okay. Did we want to roleplay the dropping off of the letter, or we just... Okay. So, moving up next is the Cobalt Reserve. So, as you find yourselves in front of the familiar building now, what is the plan here?
You're all welcome to join me. You don't have to. I know there's a lot of books inside. That's great for two of you and not so great for the other two. But you're welcome to do what you want. I have to report to the person who controls whether or not I get to be an expositor.
I'd like to go inside.
Yeah, come on. And I'll head in.
So my sword, you wait outside the door. You stand down.
Clover and Finnick, you're both going in?
Yes.
And Whisper and Tristan are staying outside. Okay.
Okay. I know there's somebody at the front, at the entrance on the inside, who's always guiding people and directing people, and I'm gonna make a beeline for them.
Okay. I will say, as you enter in, you see the vibrant purple hair of a young human woman, wearing her initiate robes. She perks up as you enter in. It is Liliana, the person you are familiar with. Gormrug.
I'm gonna go
Gormrug,
right up
is
to
that
her.
you?
Lily. Hey,
It's good to
look
see
at
you.
you.
She kind of gets up from from her little desk and comes over and gives you a hug. Where have you been these past few days? Seem crazy out there here.
Cooking, cleaning, saving the world. No big deal. Are you working to become an archivist? Since when have you worked the front desk?
Well, I've, got to do what I've got to do. Every once in a while, we've got to pick up a shift, try and, show them that we're willing to do what needs to be done.
100%. Couldn't agree more. Listen, I'm doing work for Expositor Holt. Do you mind if we head in and go see them?
Just make sure nothing disappears. I don't see why there'd be an issue.
I'm gonna glance at my friends and just...
Hey.
I
haven't stolen anything.
I don't think that'll be a problem. And besides, we always have people watching the shelves, so it should be fine. It'll be fine. It's fine. It's so good to see you, Lily. We have to catch up soon, but first I gotta go file my report.
Very well. I'll see you soon, Gorm.
Yeah. and I'm gonna walk away. Face a slightly darker shade of green.
As you make your way through the reserve up towards the office of the head expositor, you knock on the door and are quickly greeted by the voice of Cressida Holt. Entering in, it's relatively the same as you last saw, but they sit there.
Yeah, they don't really keep anything in their quarters or their office. It's very sparse.
Yeah.
But
what can I do for you, Wormrog?
Here to report in, and I'm gonna take out my notebook and from the pages just pull out 2 or 3 pages that have already been torn out that have just been pinned in the book, and anybody glancing at them will see hastily scrawled notes haphazardly all over the place, front and back of the page, and I'm just gonna hand them over.
Okay. As they take it from you, let me just get up what you actually sent me.
I can read it if you want.
Yeah, that'd be better because I think I have it on my other account.
Okay. A letter to Cressida Holt, head expositor of the Cobalt Reserve. It has been too long since my last report, but things have been happening too quickly for me to find time to check in. I believe that last I mentioned, we began a relationship with the Clasp and released a griffin from the sewers of Westruun. Since then, we discovered the Myriad hiding within the walls of the city and learned they are framing the Clasp for the wrongdoings going on so they can muscle their way into the Clasp territory to establish them here instead. Shortly after reporting to Salgam that his problems are with the Myriad and not with the Clasp, the bombs began. Marie Linz has been decimated, and half of my found family are gone. Clover also lost her brother Lyndon and friend Felix. Though we managed to revive them both, I would be lying if I said this didn't bring me to the edge of returning to my people's ways, though I steeled myself and refocused on your training. Both halflings have since left our company, but if you see them about Westruun, please look favorably upon them. In the temple, we also found my brother Tristan, and learned he has been cursed by Tiamat, thus resulting in the chaos and draconic appearance. In addition to Marie Lynn's, I'm sure you're aware several other locations were hit, including a storefront known to sell enchanted equipment, and the area around the Jumping Jackal, which is where the Clasp was sequestered. I believe this serves several purposes. The first is to further sully the name of the Clasp. I'll include a copy of the forged flyers they were passing around and hand that over to. The second is twofold, arming themselves and removing certain items from the available market to be used against them. My friends and I signed on with Lord Mayor Lysander Kalos under the group name Fists of Fate. I know it's not the most awe-inspiring, but I thought you might appreciate it. Kalos has provided us with a sum of gold to help take down the Myriad and will provide us with more should we succeed. Additional funds will be provided for information leading to taking down Salgam and or the Clasp. I'm fine with Salgam, but I'm not eager to ruin our new relationship with the Clasp so soon after forging this alliance, tenuous though it may be. More has transpired since writing that. We have delved once more into the sewers beneath the city. We set a trap for Redep, the blue-grung leader of this branch of the Myriad. We took him down along with a creature I believe was an owlbear, though another of his company, a half-orc wielding a great axe, got away. I'm reticent to celebrate just yet, as we know there are Myriad reinforcements coming from the south in a few days. Hurriedly, Cormorant, the Everflame of the Rivermaw people, expositor in training of the Cobalt Reserve.
Well, they read it over, place it down onto the desk in front of them. So, I see that your investigation has yielded some fruit. Where are we at on preparing for the next step?
That's just that we don't know what the next step is. We're,
You...
Sorry, go ahead.
Have you found any information on the Spellright?
Beyond what I reported already, nothing new. I don't know if you have other sources coming to you with information besides me on that particular subject, but yeah, no. Since telling him about the Myriad, we've not had any kind of contact or involvement. Although I will add to that, we learned this morning that Kalos is taking the credit for our success over the Myriad and claiming it for the Retrievers.
Well, she is a politician. That is what they do.
I'm still new to all that.
Well, what is the next step in your investigation then, Gormrock?
We told Kalos we would continue to stop the Myriad as we could. And Kalos is offering to provide us residency, and is that right, Clova?
As well as transportation.
Right, a horse and carriage. With the stables to house it at the residency. But at this point, I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of out of my depth here.
Well, I would err on the side of caution with tying yourself too much to anyone, especially someone as ambitious as her. Though your decisions are your own.
Sure, but you know, I do report first and foremost to you, to the reserve, to the Cobalt Soul.
Right. I mean, in your investigations, your decisions are your own. You would follow any paths you deem important enough to warrant your attention, or the attention of the Cobalt Soul.
Do you have any recommendations? Things other people have done in similar circumstances that have helped or hindered their progress? Things that have gotten people killed that we should avoid? Anything. I want to do this right, but I don't know what we need to be doing.
Well, the immediate danger would appear to be this band of Myriad making their way in. If they are able to link up with your escapee, then I worry that he may have a little more intel on how to attack the city than any newcomers could. So either tracking down him or cutting off the reinforcements before they make it to the city would be your most immediate issue. Besides that, the Spellright is pompous and arrogant, but I believe they have their own interests in mind, and I don't see them being any immediate danger to the rest of us. Though, long term, that plan is something that needs to be taken care of. I fear what they may do with an army of automatons to act as however they deem fit. The Lord Mayor is a different story. Well, I think she may seek to better her own name. I don't know of any immediate dangers posed by her.
So, focus on the Myriad.
At least until you can deal with them in a more permanent manner. If they were all to if they are unable to report back, then perhaps the Myriad will loosen their wants on Exandria as a whole, at least for a short time.
What do you think, gang? Sound good? Yeah. Thank you.
When you complete this, come back and see me. It may be time for you to take your test for your robes. And let you forge a path ahead for yourself, for us, for knowledge, for security.
Yeah. Absolutely. You got it.
I look forward to seeing you again, Wormrug.
Likewise. And as we walk out, gonna do a little heel click.
I don't think
It's
I've
just
ever
like
seen
turn
Tony
the
do
corner and just, real quick.
Okay.
So, can we go to the library now?
Oh, but we're in the library. This whole building is a library. What do you want to know?
The magic section.
Go to the front desk where we came in. Talk to Lily, the one with the purple hair.
Lily.
Tell her I sent you.
Love her. Oh, I'm gonna.
All right, maybe you shouldn't talk to her.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead to the front desk.
Okay. Hello.
Hey, Lily, is it?
Yes, it is. What's your name?
Clover. It's nice to
Oh,
meet
it's a pleasure to meet you, Clover.
My friend Gormrog sent me. I think you know him. He's the really buff, tall one with the nice skin.
I am familiar with Gormrog.
I was looking for your magic.
The magic section?
Maybe
as far as like spell books?
level spells, yeah. I'm just learning.
They're just, you understand, they're just like books that on how to do the spells, right? It's not like a spell book that you could take, right?
Oh, you're smart too.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for.
Okay. Sure, I will have someone lead you over. And she kind of holds up a hand, and another person wearing blue robes makes their way over. Short, halfling woman, her hair tied in a very tight bun behind her head. I will take you. Oh, what are you looking for today?
For basic level magic books or spell books.
Sure. And they kind of lead you off into the library. They bring you into a magic section, so roll a investigation check for what you're trying to find.
And then I'd also like to walk up to Lily.
Okay.
Lily, right?
Yes, and you are?
I'm Finnick.
Hi, it's so nice to meet you, Finnick.
I just have to say I love your hair, by the way.
Thank you so much. I love your hair too. It's so dark. Beautiful.
I was wondering if you guys had anything on the Chain Oblivion. I started at like a lower hush tone.
Yeah, we have information on that entity. I'll get someone to bring you over to that section.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Also,
so someone comes over and leads you off. Go ahead and roll an investigation.
are pretty good friends.
Well, we've spent a few years together now, so I'd hope so.
Like, did you, like, train together or something?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. It just seems like you guys got along very well, so. Trying to learn more about Gormrog, you know. I've only known him for a few days.
Well, he's a good.
A lot of Gormrog backstory today.
He's one of the good ones.
I sure fucking hope so.
You are led off into your relative section. Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me. Clover, would you roll?
17.
17?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you looking for any spells in particular?
Yeah. So out of character, really quick, we had discussed
Yep.
perhaps me learning an additional healing spell because of things that happened, and I was wondering if I could learn that. It could be
It's gonna take a few times studying it. I would say if over the course of the 10 days you wanted to do that with your downtime, I would say you could pick that up.
Cool. So if you could just choose a decent first level healing spell for me, that is what I'm looking for.
Okay. I'll message you.
Okay.
We'll talk. We'll figure one out. Okay. All right, Finnick, you're make your books out.
Making him work for it.
Yeah. All right.
No matter how much you prepare, you are never prepared enough.
No, did not expect a Chained Oblivion fucking cut today. All right. What'd you roll?
An 18.
Okay.
Words are hard.
How many
Words
hours?
are hard.
How many hours are you gonna spend researching this?
Probably just a few. I didn't want to keep everybody here too long. Because I don't know if I'm allowed to check out books or not. Okay, but I'll be taking notes in my notebook.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So, between what you already know and what you study in these few hours, the Chained Oblivion is one of the betrayer gods. It's one of the few betrayer gods that it's commonly referred to as the most powerful of all the betrayer gods, and it is formless and more like just a force of nature than an actual like intelligent, malevolent being. It just is, and just infects things and spreads. It almost has a will, but to find any discernible intelligence, it's tough to tell. It's commonly described as just rolling ink in hungry darkness, and just seems like just a rolling cloud of voids and blackness. It is the god of death, the grave, and trickery. During the war to seal the Chained Oblivion, the knowing mother Iyun was heavily damaged during the fight to seal the Chained Oblivion, which is why the Cobalt Reserve and their worship almost of Iyun and followers of the Chained Oblivion are the most at odds with each other. though obviously several other of the deities count the Chained Oblivion as one of their main enemies. Let's see here. Okay. Was there any other information you were looking for?
No, not really.
Okay. Okay. So, a few hours goes by. Gormog, what are you doing while these two are studying?
Catching up with Liliana.
Okay. Anything in particular, or?
Sharing our adventures of the last however many days we've known each other.
Okay.
And trying to find out what she's been up to.
Okay.
We don't need to roleplay that, though.
Okay. You engage in some friendly banter back and forth, spending the next about two hours just catching up over time. Eventually, you are rejoined by Clover and Finnick. While that is all happening, Tristan and Whisper, what are you guys doing outside for 2 hours?
So I'm just sitting back, and when I realize I'm lightly awkward, trying to, get myself together after the night before, try to pretend like, the last night didn't happen.
And I want to ask Tristan, so why don't you like books?
I'm not very good at reading. I'm more of a visual learner. It's funny, before Gormrog, I never even thought about books or reading or writing in any sort of way. I've always moved to the next step. I've always thought about the next day. I'm more of a checkers player than a chess player. I think about the next step more than the next three, and right now all I want to do is destroy everyone who destroyed my home. I can't focus on anything but that.
That makes sense. Yeah. And why didn't you want to be a part of this organization? Are they all books, or do they do other stuff?
To be completely honest, you see his face get kind of humbled for the first time in a while.
Great work.
I just have no interest in any of this. I feel like this is a complete waste of time. I feel like we should be going and getting in people's faces and cracking skulls, but Gormrog showed me that that's not the only way. So I let him do this without giving him too much crap while it happens, and I try to sit back and I try to pretend to not be irritated while this is all happening. But I feel like this is a gigantic waste of time.
Yeah, I kind of don't know what we're doing. But I also don't know where to go. Like, yeah, I want to fight and, get to it and do all the things, but I mean, are we just waiting for 10 days for the rest of that group to come? Or, I don't know.
See, if it's just between me and you, I think we should just be rushing at everyone and destroying everything. But Gormrog told me I'm not allowed to say that out loud.
I don't want to hurt people who don't deserve it.
I sometimes have a very hard time trying to decide who deserves it and who doesn't. Sometimes I'll feel that it just needs to happen and I'll go for it. And that's where Gormrog comes in, and he taught me that that's not how it is. And right now I'm trying really hard to not open these doors and tell him, can we please leave?
Yeah. Kind of boring.
What do you feel? What do you think we should do?
I don't even know. I'm thinking, and I think maybe we should have followed that guy who was scared of us, who ran away, like maybe we shouldn't have let him go, but I was distracted and I wanted to celebrate. But now I don't know how we're gonna find him, but he knows how we fight now, I think, and now he knows that we fished for them and laid a trap, so now I think when they come back, they're probably going to be more prepared, right?
So do you feel that we're in more danger before than we are now? Or we are in more danger now than we were before?
Yeah, I think they're going to know about us now. Like, things we can do. Maybe they'll know to expect maybe a trap, or I don't even know what we're going to do to, yeah. I don't know. I'm a little bit nervous now.
I hate to admit that I am as well, but in the sense of we might have bitten off a little more than we can chew, except that's kind of what I want. Is that bad?
No. I don't know. I don't think we bit off more than we can chew. I think we can do it. We're pretty freaking awesome. I don't know what to do next. Planning's not my strong suit either.
I don't plan for anything. I just do. So right with you on that one. So let's make a deal. The next time that we feel something needs to be rushed at, we just rush at it.
Okay. I've got an explosive now.
I know
but
that.
I could bonk it first.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
I feel like we've been sitting back a lot and doing a lot of planning, and sometimes action's being taken against us, right? So we need action. We need something to be done. We need to make some sort of forceful movement. Am I wrong?
So you think we should go after wherever the myriad is coming from? Like before they get here? I don't know where they are coming from.
I don't know where they're coming from either, but I definitely believe that we should be moving forward more than sitting back.
I second that.
Just really fast. You're not going to tell Gormark about this, right?
No. As you said, it's between us.
Okay, because I'm specifically taught to not do this.
I mean, following the rules isn't always fun.
I feel like this is what's needed, and I could be completely wrong, but they destroyed our home.
They destroyed a lot of things. And I still feel like maybe there's more we could have done to stop them. But I don't like thinking about that.
Neither do I, and I think that's why I really want to just go and run at anything
first.
Yes. 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 You get it.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to. Okay. He might be listening. We have to. We have to. So the next time we know that we can attack, we'll attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. But what if you know before me? Do you want to make a code word? Let's make a code word.
I've never had a code word.
Oh, well, now we will. But if I know that let's attack, I'll say the code word, and same with you. But what should the code word would be?
The code word should be boom.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. I will refrain from saying the code word accidentally.
I will try my very hardest. And for the first time, you see Tristan Warhorse is actually having a genuine conversation and not looking super dramatic and super serious and having a real, like, then kind of having a light enjoyment in conversation.
Yeah.
And just, okay. And I have to be very serious. If Gormunk finds out, I'm in trouble.
I won't tell him.
Okay. Partners. Fist bump.
Oh, I like that better. Fist bump.
Fist bump.
Okay.
Code word.
Ooh.
Okay, so as the 2 hours tick by, eventually Gormrog, Finnick, and Clover, you make your way out and see the two party members of yours sitting outside waiting for the rest of you. So.
Finally.
I'm not a very quick reader. I apologize.
Well, what were you guys talking about while we were in there?
How much we don't like reading.
Fair enough.
And I think Tristan plays some board games, but I would have never played those.
What board games do you play?
Uses his sword to stand up. Trying not to make eye contact with Gormrog.
Alright. So to catch you two up, good news, bad news. Bad news is the Myriad's a threat. We gotta take them out. The good news is, if we take them out, I get a shot at the expositor test.
Hey.
Tristan, this is what I've been working for what, 6 years now? I got a shot.
Killing a frog. You could have done this years ago.
And all it's gonna take is taking down a criminal organization the size of the class. No big deal.
Yeah, we
Stoic, serious look again after.
So, how about it, brother? We knock some heads in, and I get to take a test. You in?
More than you know, brother. And take this head to my forehead.
Funk.
Okay. So, is there a next stop for this day, or what's the plan here?
Finnick wanted to see if we could sell those owlbear parts. So we should probably head back to either the Exandrian Exchange or the Heavy Carriage.
Did you guys want to shop, or should we just?
Do I know if, like, at either of those shops, if they are able to identify items?
The Heavy Carriage was the one where we had the one person who sold us items. The Exandrian Exchange is where we had a whole bunch of people in a market sort of scenario. If you want to identify it, we should probably go to the Heavy Carriage.
Or is there somebody in the Cobalt Reserve that could do it quickly? I don't want to take too long, but could figure out what this ring does.
I will say, for brevity's sake, since we're coming up on the end of the night here, Gormrog, through your various contacts, you find a friend that is willing to identify these for you.
Yeah, I know a guy. I know a guy. That's fine.
As a one-time friend discount, they identify them both for you. It is a rope of climbing and a ring of swimming.
See, nothing bad would have happened if I put it on.
I didn't know that. Now we do.
But why would he wear it if it did something bad?
Why does a frog need a ring of swimming?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why he would wear it if it was bad. Anyways.
You were right. I was wrong.
Climbing?
A rope of climbing, yes.
Climb. Yeah.
You can go ahead and add those in on D&D Beyond, whoever carries them.
I'm keeping the ring. I'm not a good
I was
swimmer.
assuming she would.
What do you say?
I assumed that Tristan was wow. Finnick was holding both of them.
I can do that. I can do that.
Sorry, I got confused with the two eyes. The words just in my head.
My eyes are down
They're
here.
the same. First time I heard that.
And just for brevity's sake, Finnick, if you wanted to try and sell those things, you could probably get 5 to 10 gold.
I'm keeping them.
Okay.
But I'm gonna sell the owl, bear, talons, claws things.
Oh, that's what I meant. The
Oh.
owlbear talons. You can
So
probably
you
get 5
said
to 10
like 5 to
gold.
10 each?
No, for the whole lot of it.
Total.
Damn. Okay.
Do we know anybody of that? Any places around shops for potions or any possible anything like that anywhere?
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, the places that you've already gone to, you've bought most of the stock. So the only place I think that had it left was Nora's place, the Beyond the Veil.
I didn't like that guy.
Okay. All right. So, what next, everyone, as we get ready to wrap up for the night?
As we walk out a second time, I'm just gonna give Lily a wave and look at everybody and say, "Who's hungry?"
Hungry for love.
What?
Huh?
No,
Oh, you two were looking at each other.
that's got nothing
I've
to do
never
with
seen you
anything.
turn that shade of green before. In
Uh,
the however many days I've known you.
I have only one shade of green, and that is the green that I am, and it's not easy being green. So let's go cook up some greens for Clova so that we can eat something nutritious and healthy and sustaining.
Owl bear for me.
Yeah, I'll cook you that out there.
Okay. So, as you all make your way back and prepare to settle in and get prepared for the next 10 days of time, unless you guys come up with things you wanted to do or role play, think about it. When we jump in the next session, we'll dive in on certain parts for whatever that 10 days is, and maybe role play a couple of those sections, but that's where we're going to be at if no one has anything further. So, with that, we are going to call it a day for tonight. Thank you for everyone that stuck with us. As you could tell, I think over half the cast is either sick or has no voice or exhausted. So thank you for sticking with us. Am I missing anything? Anyone? Oh, tomorrow, I'm thinking it's going to be 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when I start the God of War stream. So we'll be here for that. I don't think anyone's going to join me, but we'll see.
I'll jump into the chat for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll be most likely be working.
Yeah.
Community next week. Community Day
Community
next week.
For that, you have to be a member of our Discord. I think all of our mods are actually out sick as well, so give me a minute. I have to vamp, guys, vamp.
And if you haven't been here, community night is just when we all get together and hang out and play games, and it's a lot of fun.
And if you aren't a member of our Discord, you can just chill in the chat like you are now. and you can just watch the hilarity and awkwardness and stupidity that a lot of us just spew forth. But
Can one of you guys
hey, words are hard.
aren't working from two computers post the Discord thing? Sorry. I have to like send it. I can't close the windows here because it fucks everything up. Besides, thank you for that. So you can check out our Discord
link in the chat.
Yes, Discord link in the chat. We will be opening up a chat room in there where you can join us and filter into the game as we play. Did you say something, Tez? I'm sorry.
Oh, just that Cece was super fast with the Discord link.
I think that is it, unless anyone else has anything. All right.
Be safe. We love you.
Be safe. Be healthy.
Thank you for joining us.
All right, everyone. Love you. Good night.